Hi Sagittarius, this is going to be your Celtic cross and general overview message for this third week in August. It's good for the sun, rising moon, or Venus sign of Sagittarius. Keep in mind this is a general reading. It's not a personal reading meant for just one person, so it may not resonate with everyone that watches. Check your rising moon or Venus sign on my sister channel called Soma Chandra if this doesn't resonate for you, where I read for all 12 zodiac signs. The link to that channel is at the top of the description below. By the end of the week, I will have other messages up over there, but I've been moving and I'm still in the process of dealing with that. So I might have delays with the other zodiac signs, but I really try to keep up with this channel. If you would like a message to resonate with you completely on a personal level, you can book a private reading with me. The link to my website to schedule is in the description below. If you are new to Soma Chandra Libra, welcome, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. The channel's called Soma Chandra Libra, but the only placements in my natal chart are Libra, Sagittarius, and Cancer, and that's why this channel exists, and that's why it's kind of Sag Nation over here too. So hit the bell so you know when I read for you. All right, let's get into it. I think you guys are going to have a pretty decent week, but you might deal with some lower energies or possibly a Capricorn. You will need to search your soul about some things. And your guides have posed some interesting ideas and questions to you through the oracle cards that came out. I have this wonderful new deck. I bought it last week. I have already forgotten the name of it. I'm sorry. If you want to know the name of this deck that I'm using, ask me in the comments and I'll look it up. I'm sure it's in my Amazon order somewhere. So the first two cards that came out for you were Surrender to Non-Action and Surrender Your Ego. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. So you'll kind of need to be like the high priestess this week. The high priestess is a counselor and a healer. She lets people come to her. She does not go to others. So some of you are being called to be in a place of stillness, to stand still and to surrender to non-action. Now is the time to be still, not to act and not to be frenzied. Just breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you when they're ready in a situation. Also, surrender your ego, cultivate gratitude, be of service to others and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will always further your goals. So some of you have maybe let your own ego get in the way in the situation. I get it. This happens to me all the time. I have a pretty big ego and it bites me in the ass from time to time. You might be struggling with your own ego. You have two cards that say service on them, and I made note of that. So, your guides this week, they're not saying that you have a huge ego and that you go rushing in without thinking. They're just saying to you, surrender to non action, surrender your ego, be of service to others, but only to a point. You don't need to be giving to a fault. Let it come from the heart. And remember that an ego can work against you. Humility will further your goals. And I want to move to the soul truth cards because I noticed a correlation. Surrender your ego says be of service to others. And the soul truth oracles ask you, who can I serve today? And am I willing? Are you being called to surrender your ego in some way and be of service to someone, perhaps with work, with family? Some situation is asking you to be of service. I don't know if you're willing. The message is in a world lacking soul to soul connection, small and simple acts are what create the biggest and most lasting impact. We shift our own pain and experience an avalanche of love when we lose ourselves in the service of others. Who needs you today? Someone might really need you this week. Listen to your heart. Who needs you? Make one soulful connection today and give solely to spread more love, expecting nothing in return. So sometimes we are asked to give and expect nothing in return. Have you been in a place where you've kept sort of a record and a checks and balances of giving? There's nothing wrong with that because we never want to give too much of ourselves without expecting something in return. But this week you might be asked to be of service to others. It may require you to drop your ego. Notice the joy that you feel when you serve others. But are you willing? Are you on the edge of something great? Can you feel it? Yes, there is a risk, uncertainty, and imperfections ahead. Failure is certain, and vulnerability is a requirement. What? Yeah, there are imperfections. There will be some failures. You will have to be vulnerable. You must be brave and trust yourself more than ever before. You will reach the dream, but you must stretch yourself into a whole new level and belief and willingness in order to move forward with courage. I heard it said once that courage and bravery is not the absence of fear and vulnerability or failure. Courage and bravery is knowing that you have to take a risk and you know that you might fail and you are fearful, but you move forward anyways. Yes, there's a risk, uncertainty, and imperfections ahead. Failure is somewhat certain in certain ways, and vulnerability will be a requirement. Be brave, follow your heart's compass, and lift the lid on your own dreams. Today's mantra is it's possible. It's possible. But I think that you guys are being asked this week to just be still, surrender your ego. You will be called to service in some way. You just have to ask yourself, are you willing and are you brave enough? Interesting. And what came out of my Lightworkers Oracle deck is Warrior Woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? Some of you have air in your chart, possibly Libra. This looks like a Queen of Swords to me. She is holding the sword of discernment and she is asking you to answer your deepest calling, but lead with truth and discernment, birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Are you guys being called to change jobs or step outside of your comfort zone in some way? It will call you to be a warrior. You will birth a new age. It will bring creativity. And you are being asked to answer the deepest calling. No one will do it for you. You must bring it to fruition yourself. My goodness. But I can see that that might be a struggle for you. And money or finances or being left out in the cold might be a driving worry for you. So let's go through the Celtic cross. I always use almost two cards in every placement just to give me deeper meaning. What came out of it at the center of it all? The Four of Cups. This card's been making its rounds, you guys, for a lot of zodiac signs. We've been in COVID mode and we've been at a standstill for a long time, and it's starting to make a lot of us feel really disconnected and bored. I think you're feeling a little emotionally listless right now. You know, the Four of Cups is very much about meditation and emotional reevaluation. It can be a little apathetic. We don't know what to do. She's like, I don't know. The grass might be greener on the other side. I'm a little focused on the negative. I'm not sure I want to take someone's offer or if they'll take mine. There might be something emotionally that you can't get off your mind. It's the Four of Cups comes when we have some regrets and it causes us to emotionally reevaluate everything, and we can't emotionally move forward. We're afraid if we do, we'll lose some stability. Don't focus on the negative. You can take your minutes to emotionally contemplate something, but don't let life pass you by while you refuse other offers if you're feeling bored or stuck. The challenge for you, or the catalyst to all of this, is the Ace of Pentacles. Here's a grounded new start. The Ace of Pentacles is often about a new financial or career opportunity. It's a manifestation right at the beginning, and it will bring abundance. Make sure you don't lack a plan. Make sure you have foresight. Don't miss an opportunity because you've overfelt it. You know, you can overthink something and you can overfeel it. Some of you might be a little regretful, worried you've missed an opportunity. Seize the moment. Go out on a limb. I think you're being a little driven by fear, but I think you will work through it. This is an interesting reading. For some of you, it will resonate for romantic love or a relationship of some kind. For others of you, I think it's about career. Yeah, because I've got some pentacles here, several pentacle cards. One, two, three, four. Yeah, for some of you, this is very much about pentacles. But you know, pentacles don't have to be money. Sometimes, as I like to say, our time and our emotions can be considered a resource. And I can see it for you, it is. Five of Pentacles to the moon is what's driving you. You could be dealing with a Pisces or a Cancerian. Maybe you have that in your chart. The Five of Pentacles is worry, financial loss or poverty, or just a lacking mindset. Some of you are worried that you're going to be left out in the cold. Some of you have been isolating yourselves a little bit. Some of you are maybe looking for new work or something like that. And moving forward, you're pretty emotional. The moon does not illuminate itself. There is a vagueness, there is an instability and a confusion when the moon comes out. We're very fearful of what's lies ahead, we can't see it with clarity. Something is hidden and not as it seems. I think you're worried about the future. Some of you might be worried about finances. Some of you have been left out in the cold in a situation and you don't understand why and you're confused. Or you might be hiding something from yourself, even. Or someone might be hiding something from you and it's just making you worried. So try to just listen to your intuition when the moon comes out. You might not be as blind as you think in this situation. And this Five of Pentacles might just be a lacking mindset, lacking mindset. Some of you want to start a new career of some kind. I think you want to build and grow. It might involve travel. And I think you're just a little worried. Some of you, I just heard night job, night shift. Yeah, interesting. Deep past, or the past that's affecting this present moment the most, or what's happening deep within. The 10 of Wands to the Star. So completed a heavy cycle all on your own and you're recalling it. The 10 of Wands is where we have to do it all by ourselves. And it's a burden. Something was a burden, hard work. Completed something all on your own. But the star is here. That's Aquarius. So I think that what's happening deep within is you're trying your best to complete a cycle, but I think you feel kind of like a workhorse right now and you just want to feel freedom. You just want this renewal. The star is positive, motivated, free, happy. Everyone wants to be around the star. You might be wishing on a star. Make sure you're not wishing on something to the point where it's burdening you emotionally because you're not taking action. You might just be stressing yourself out here with the Five of Pentacles and the moon. What your spirit is telling you, I use this placement instead of your crowning thought. I say to spirit, what is your advice? What is the highest version of themselves telling them to do at all times when they're at their best? Three of Pentacles to the Hermit. Do you have Virgo in your chart? Maybe some of you have been dealing with a Virgo. Your guides are saying, try to cooperate. The Three of Pentacles is about teamwork and collaboration, but it's also about implementing something you learn. This could be a work environment, a group dynamic. You could be in a group dynamic. Make sure you're okay with that. If you feel like someone in your tribe or at work or in a situation is apathetic, or there's third-party interference, or there's been disharmony, misalignment, lack of commitment, you need to consider that and consider, can you collaborate? Can you implement what you learn here? Can you work in a team? Are you willing to work in a team environment? If it's a relationship, you might be in a bit of a triangulation. It could be even a friendship. This could be a work dynamic as well. I love how these girls have their heads all sandwiched together. Your guides are saying you might need to search your own soul about this and spend some time alone. The Hermit does more than just go off by himself and emotionally contemplate. He goes on a solo spirit walk. You might have to really search your soul and go deep within to think about this week whether or not you can collaborate effectively with others in your life. There will be more than one person you need to cooperate with. Your actions and moving forward into next week, the Chariot to the Two of Cups. Libra got the Two of Cups right here also, I think. So I have Cancer, the energy of Cancer here. Some of you are really sweet on a Cancerian maybe. But the Chariot is determination, forward motion. The Two of Cups is a beautiful heart-to-heart conversation. This could be you go somewhere for a job interview. Some of you actually do drive a chariot. Some of you might have a really good shake hands kind of deal on a new car even. The Chariot suggests distance and forward movement. The Chariot asks you to be accountable for the direction your life is going and to make sure you have your GPS turned on. If you want victory, you must be determined. If you want success in your life, you have to have forward motion and you have to go, go, go. I think that this is about possibly a connection that has to do with a matter of the heart. But again, this could be about a job where you have to travel for work. The interview might go really well. You need to get face to face to have some clarity. If you want forward motion, you might have to really look yourself in the mirror and see if you feel unification or if you're getting mixed signals from yourself or another person. This is about a partnership. It is about unified love and a mutual attraction. So before you go diving right into something, make sure you get face to face with yourself or another person and see if there really is a unification or a partnership. Yeah. The way you see yourself, 10 of Pentacles to the 8 of Wands. So some of you are moving away from something where there was a lot of stability. but you felt you needed to move forward. I have two cards of travel here and forward motion with the Chariot and the Eight of Wands, but you see yourself as the Ten of Pentacles. That's your karmic empire, wealth, financial security, family, long-term success, and equal contribution, an ending in your life that brings transcendence and that will bring wealth and a lot of stability. That's how you see yourself. This seems to be what you're going for, or a goal. You want the stability. You want family. You want long-term success. You want financial security in your life as well. Even if you're parting ways from a situation, you definitely don't want it to disrupt stability for you. And you seem to be really, you see yourself as taking fast action here. The Eight of Wands is about movement and fast-paced change, action, alignment, even air travel. Some of you really are thinking about relocating, but you're like, I don't know, I can't afford it, I'm afraid. You need to think about it. It might give you, if it's about a job, you guys, it might really give you a chance to build and learn and grow and build upon what you're already doing, what you already know. This could be education for some of you as well. This could be leaving a stable foundation or home, even family if you're living with family or they're living with you. Yeah, I think you're worried. A lot of uncertainty for you moving forward. Don't let that drive you. Let this change this for yourself. It's okay if that's an issue for you, that moon energy, things not being as they seem. Just listen to your intuition. What's your gut telling you? Allow this Ace of Pentacles to drive you. New opportunities that are really grounded that you don't miss out on, that will truly bring abundance into your life. That's what I would do. You know, this is just a prediction. This could just be what happens if you sleepwalk through life, right? You can make that change for yourself. You can correct your course right now. Energy around you that you might not be aware of. This could be a friend, a family member. This could be a romantic love interest. It could be anyone in your life, the person you're thinking about right now. They see themselves as the Knight of Pentacles. This could be a young earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This person could have recently left the castle, left a serious commitment of some kind, but this person is seeing themselves as not tied down. The Knight of Pentacles is a little slow and he is a little stubborn. He's not always great at expressing his feelings either. It is a hardworking person. It can be a bit of a stubborn person as well. They're very routine. They're very conservative. They don't like to go far. The Knight of Pentacles will only go about 1 to 3 days away from their castle and where they consider home base. So this person is not tied down. They're slow moving. This might be about work or career. Productivity is the thing. This could also be your response to the environment as well. You might be at a bit of a standstill, but this person around you sees themselves at moving slowly and at a bit of a standstill. They could be very focused on the material. They might even expect perfection at times. The way they feel about you, death, to the Five of Wands, I clarified death. You could be dealing with a Scorpio or someone with Scorpio in the chart. This person's feelings towards you or something in their life, this is the person that, this is an energy that's showed up in your energy, attached to you in some way. They're going through a death process, death and rebirth. Scorpio teaches us today is a good day to die. I'm going through transformation. This person's feelings are transforming. There could have been an ending or a death between the two of you, or for this person, they've gone through an ending. Moving forward emotionally, they feel a little bit of a battle of wills. There's a lot of push-pull probably between you and this person. Sometimes the Five of Wands feels futile, but I see the Five of Wands as dress rehearsal. There might be some conflict. There might be some disagreements. There could be some diversity of some kind between you and this person. This could also involve a group dynamic, like a friend, group of friends or family even. If it's going on at work, there's a bit of tension. If you have to deal with this person and they seem stubborn to you, try to think outside of the box and be part of a solution instead of part of the problem. You might have to drop your ego here. This might be the am I willing piece. And their action towards you is the Page of Pentacles. So I'm seeing, if it's a relationship, I'm seeing slow, stubborn, casual, not super emotional. It's more perfunctory. They want it to happen in the 3D. I just heard prove it, show me. So if this is about a job, this company might want you to work hard. They might want you to work a lot. They are interested in you, but you need to be able to make a transformation with them and sort of have some death and rebirth, and they might want to give you a trial run. This person might want to give you a trial run if it's relationship, and it seems casual. They might have a package to deliver to you, a message, a parcel of some kind as well. The way you're feeling, hopes and fears, Nine of Pentacles to the Four of Wands. Isn't this everybody's hope and fear? The Nine of Pentacles has been coming out a lot for a lot of people. I think this came out for Libra too, and I'm using a different deck. Nine of Pentacles is about self-sufficiency, financial independence in particular, and abundant luxury. Looking good, smelling good. It's about being single. It's about not expecting reward without doing any work. The Nine of Pentacles teaches us not to hustle somebody or be hustled ourselves, not to overinvest in work, to have balance with your pentacles, your work and your play, and to know your own self-worth, to put your best foot forward. I think you're feeling very independent. You're hopeful. This might be a person that's recently gotten out of some kind of commitment that you're hoping is independent so that you can have a homecoming with them. If it's a new job or career or relationship, I think you want stability. If you have a homecoming with another person, or if it's a job or something, some of you have just moved, you've gotten really independent. I like that this is what's in your hopes. You just want a solid, steady foundation where you can have joy and relax and feel good. It's like a tribe of sisters hanging out together and feeling independent. You definitely want independence. I see you guys being very driven by Pentacles right now, but I got a really interesting final outcome. King of Swords to the Devil. Now, some of you are just dealing with a Capricorn, or maybe you've got Capricorn in your chart. The King of Swords can appear to be a little detached. The King of Swords is someone who has a really good strategy, but the King of Swords operates out of a place of intellectual power and clarity. It's a person that usually has pretty high standards, and it's their way or the highway a little bit sometimes. This could be you. This could be someone else. I usually like the King of Swords, and I read all in the upright. But with the Devil here, some of you are just dealing with a very detached Capricorn that has very high standards. So when the Devil comes, it reminds us to balance our earthly obligations and responsibilities with some hedonism and pleasure and a little bit of fun. When the Devil comes in a balanced way, that's what it teaches us. But it often means desire, insecurities, limitations, addictions, restrictions, even mental health issues. You might deal with a person this week that has very high standards and expects their truth to be your truth, to the point where it lowers their vibration. If you deal with a person like this, you're going to have to probably come up with a solution. Some of you are also just trying to be detached and face your demons and your insecurities and your issues, which we all have, head on with truth. I see some of you really trying to conquer something that might not be good for you. Bravo for handling it like the King of Swords would. He's very honest. You're at least staying in your head. But watch out for lower energies, manipulative people, narcissistic people, people that always have to get the last word. Make sure that you understand that the truth is subjective. That is to say, everyone's truth is different. Listen to your gut and listen to your intuition. If you're feeling left out in the cold in the situation, maybe you're allowing yourself to be manipulated by someone else or something within that isn't good for you. You define your truth, and you let the energy of Capricorn be as balanced as possible, where you balance all those things in your life that I mentioned. Because the Devil came out with the King of Swords, and I got a feeling that for some of you, that's another person around you. They might be saying, you come to me for this heart to heart. I wanted just a little bit more advice for you. And this is what I got. The Ace of Cups, the Six of Cups, Seven of Cups, and the Empress. I don't know what this Devil is for you, but this should help you make a better choice, I'm hoping. Start at the beginning and lead from the heart. Get creative in this situation, okay? Make sure you love yourself first and listen to your intuition. I think that some of you might be a little haunted by your past or homesick for something. The Six of Cups is where we kind of recall something where we wish that we didn't have a burned bridge, or we could go back to when something was easier for us. Don't be haunted by your past and don't live in the past, okay? You might be a little confused by a situation if you feel as though you're experiencing deja vu with a person. You might just need to keep it innocent, joyful, and light. Lead with the heart. It's okay to do wishful thinking, but don't live in an illusion. If you're feeling a little overwhelmed, keep in mind that you do have choices, but you have to let go of the past. You might be asked to go back and make sure there's forgiveness and an easiness and a joyfulness between you and someone else. And you need to be the Empress in this situation. Every man and every woman can embody Empress energy. Have very high standards. Get creative in this situation. Be nurturing, be grounded, focus on health, make sure your self esteem is fully intact. Some of you are dealing with a Taurus or a Libra. You could be wives or married women, or you could be dealing with someone that has that title. Make sure you allow them to honor their obligations. Some of you are being asked to start a new cycle in your life that's a relationship or a job. You might be tugged by something from the past. Your guides don't want you to forget that you have other options as well. The Seven of Cups, the advice is always choose wisely. There's a lot of emotion here for you. Have high standards. Remember that you have fantastic self esteem. You can get creative in this situation and take a grounded, nurturing, loving, practical approach. Honor your obligations and respect other people's obligations as well. Some of you might just turn into boss lady here, though. Yeah, very much so. Or you're dealing with someone like that. Uh-huh. Okay, Sagittarius. So that is your Celtic cross for the week. Birth that new age, okay? Answer your deepest calling and ask yourself, who can I serve today? Am I willing? And I think the most important messages that came out for you were surrender to the non-action. Let others come to you. And if they do, cultivate gratitude and come from the heart. And remember, a big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. Okay, some of you will have to be humble and do something maybe you don't want to do. It's just all part of building your goal, getting to your goal and building your future. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Sagittarius, that's your reading for the week. I'm always listening to the universe for you. Take care of yourselves. I really love you guys, and I'll see you next time.